How did multilateralism influence global alignments during the Vietnam War? Imagine a world where countries don't just act alone but work together to shape the course of history. During the Vietnam War, this idea of working together, called multilateralism, played a big role in how nations aligned themselves. The war wasn't just about North and South Vietnam. It became a stage where many countries joined sides, creating a complex web of alliances. Countries supporting South Vietnam, like Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, the Philippines, and South Korea, sent troops, supplies, and medical aid. Their involvement was part of a larger effort led by the United States to stop the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. This coalition showed how multilateralism meant many nations working together to support a common goal. On the diplomatic front, multilateralism showed up in peace efforts. The International Control Commission was set up after the Geneva Accords to oversee ceasefires and peace talks. It included representatives from India, Canada, and Poland. Poland, a communist country, played a special role as a mediator between North and South Vietnam. This effort was an example of neutral countries trying to help resolve the conflict, showing how multilateral diplomacy aimed to involve different sides beyond just the Cold War powers. North Vietnam's alliances were shaped by its ties to the Soviet Union and China. Both supported North Vietnam with military and economic help, but their rivalry made things complicated. China initially promised military support but delivered less than expected, so North Vietnam relied more on the Soviet Union. This rivalry within the communist bloc affected how aid was distributed and how North Vietnam made strategic choices. It shows how multilateralism within alliances can be influenced by national interests, even among allies. The peace negotiations, like the Paris Peace Accords, also reflected multilateral influence. Countries from different sides of the Cold War participated, shaping the terms of peace and how the agreement was enforced. The presence of many international players made negotiations more complex but also created a framework for broader oversight. After the war, these alliances continued to influence Vietnam's future. Vietnam's shift toward closer ties with the Soviet Union and the breakdown of relations with China showed how global alliances shifted over time. During the 1980s, Vietnam received military and economic support from the Soviet Union, demonstrating how multilateral relationships kept shaping the country long after the fighting stopped. In the end, multilateralism during the Vietnam War was about many countries working together or against each other, shaping alliances, peace efforts, and the war's aftermath. It was a global effort that reflected Cold War tensions and showed how international cooperation could influence the course of a conflict.